If you've spent thousands of pounds on a WordPress site but aren't getting any traffic, this video is going to become very useful for you, because today I'm going to show you exactly how to see how much traffic you're getting from Google, what you can do about it if you're not getting any, and actually give you a few tips on how to increase your WordPress traffic from Google over the long run. So let's jump right in. Let's not keep talking. Let's just get straight into it. First thing we need to do is check to see whether your website has any traffic at all or no traffic, because there's two very different issues that we need to deal with depending on the answer to that. So head over to the search console and see if you've got a graph that goes up and down like this, or if you've just got a zero in here. If you have a zero in here, then you may have a coding issue, a manual action taken, or something like that that's stopping it. So I'm going to continue now as if you've got a zero, and then I'm going to explain if you don't have afterwards. You can jump to the time shown on the screen right now if you have a number in here of whatever, more than zero. So if you've got zero, scroll down on the left, go to security and manual actions and click on manual actions and just check that you don't have a manual action taken against you like this. If you do have something in here about spam or backlinks, then that's what you need to deal with. I can't give every example of how to deal with it because obviously there's loads of different things it could be, but by seeing this in here, you know the battle you're fighting. So check that. If there's nothing there, the next thing that you need to do is grab your website address. So I'm going to put the home page, come up here where it's got inspect any URL and paste in the website address right there. Hit enter, give it a couple of seconds to load back, and then it will tell you whether or not the page is in Google. Now I actually pasted the wrong URL in there. I actually went ahead and clicked on that one, but this is a good example. So this right here, /2020/03, is an archive page of the blog post, which I have chosen not to get indexed by Google. So it says right here, this URL is not on Google, and it says under here, coverage, the reason is because it's excluded by the no index tag. So if I actually go to that web page and I right click and view source, I can see right here that it's got this no index tag. So the reason why this isn't ranking is because it has been set not to index. If I want this to rank, I need to get rid of that line of code right there and make it so that it can rank. So the way that I would do that is I would first check, I would go into the back end of WordPress, go to settings and then go to reading, and then scroll to the bottom and right here, search engine visibility. Make sure that this is off as you see it right now. If it's got a tick in here, you want to untick it and click save changes, because that will actually put that line of code, the no index, across the entire website and make your whole website not be able to be indexed. This is the most common reason why a WordPress site won't be indexed, is because of this thing right here. So check that first, and then after you make that change, go back to your page, view the source and see if the no index tag's still there. Now if it is, it could be that your site has Yoast SEO installed and it's been set in there on that type of page not to index. So if you click on if you hover on SEO and go to search appearance, so that page in particular there is a archive page. So if I go to archives right here and I scroll down to date archives, which is what it is, it says date archives are enabled, and then it says show date archives in search results, no. So if I set that to yes and click save changes, when that finishes loading, if I now refresh this page where it's got no index there, you'll see that's now gone. So that page can be indexed by Google. I don't actually want that page to be indexed by Google, so I'm going to set that back to no. But you've got to go through and find the type of page in here that it is that you want to take it off of. So for example, it might be on on all the blog posts. So if you go to content type, posts, if this is set to no, then all of your blog posts will be set not to index. If you go down, it might be on your pages and all of those may be set to no index. So that's where you've got to go through each one of these and then make a decision. Do I want this to be indexed or not? Make the change, click save updates. And then from there, what you need to do is after you've made that change, so on here I've put this back now, so if I refresh this, my no index tag will come back. You'd need to grab this URL and paste it into here and hit enter, so you'd come up with this page again. And even if you've made the change, even if you've taken the no index tag off, it will still say when you come in here that URL is not on Google, and it will still say excluded by no index tag, even if you've taken it off. Because what you need to now do after you've made a change is click on this request indexing on the right here. And when you click on that, Google will then recrawl your page after a little while, and it'll probably be within about 2 minutes. It could be a couple of hours, but it'll probably be about 2 minutes. And then when you look in here and do it again, then this will go as long as the no index tag is gone, and it will say, that the page can be indexed by Google. So that's how you solve that. Now, if instead of the no index tag in there, if it was talking about a canonical tag that was causing the issue, you may need to look on the actual page itself. So if I pull up a page or a post, I'll just do the home page for now. If we go into the bottom here where we've got this Yoast SEO here, if we go to advanced and then scroll down, there's right here canonical URL. The canonical URL that the page should point to, leave empty to default to permalink. So if there's something in here, that is going to tell Google, don't index the page we're looking at, index this one instead. So you might need to go in here and remove that if it's saying that. That's another really common thing. You may need to go in there and remove that. I've seen that happen a few times. Now, if when you look at Search Console, you actually have traffic coming in, your problem isn't that you're not getting traffic, it's that you're either getting the wrong traffic or your conversion rate is low. And there's a way we can tell this. So if you click on performance and you scroll down and you have a look at these queries that Google's giving back that you're getting clicks from, if these have commercial intent, so for example, if, like I've mentioned in other videos, if you're selling washing machines and you've got loads of queries in here like 10 kilogram washing machines, buy washing machines, order washing machines online, washing machines on finance, things like that, if you've got all those sort of keywords, or if you're a service provider and you're getting searches for like conservatory company, Essex, conservatory company near me, if you're getting those sort of searches, then that's great. Your keyword targeting is probably on point. You may need to try to rank higher if you're not getting many clicks for it, but your intent might be right. And if you see that happening, so you're getting traffic and it's the right sort of traffic, then you need to work on your conversion rate. So the easiest way to do that is to have a look in Google Analytics and figure out where things are going wrong by looking at your average time on page and your bounce rate. That's going to give you an indication straight away if there is an issue. But the best way to really figure out what's happening is if you install Yandex Metrica or Hotjar on your site. Hotjar is a paid version. Yandex Metrica does pretty much the same thing. I don't know why people don't really know about it, but I think it's amazing and I use it pretty much every day. And what they can actually do is film the screen while people are on it, and you'll see, if they're on a desktop, you'll see their mouse moving, you'll see them clicking, you'll see everything, just like you're seeing my screen right now, me moving the mouse. You'll see all of that, and you'll be able to figure out what's going wrong. So I had a site that had a low conversion rate. I still manage it now. We had a £300 a day ad budget in Google, and our conversion rate was average. And I'm not really used to getting average conversion rates. I'm usually quite a lot higher. I'm not bragging, it's just the truth. And I had an average conversion rate, and I really couldn't get my head around what I'd done wrong, because I'd used all the different things I usually do with cognitive biases and all the stuff that I have found that's worked for me for years. But I could not get the conversion rate up no matter what I'd done. I kept changing the landing page until I installed Yandex Metrica and actually sat down and watched what people were doing. And everything was going as normal, as expected, until they started to fill out the form, because there was a HTML5 form element and people did not know how to interact with it. And I saw a few people, and I watched hours and hours of data, but I must have saw about 3 or 4 people try to fill out their details and get stuck on this part of the form and abandon it. And I pulled out a lot of my hair watching it. I got straight on the phone with the client, said, look, we got to change this. We dealt with it. The conversion rate skyrocketed. It really did. It really shot up, because it's often a very small thing with conversion rate optimization. It just takes time to figure it out. But when you do, the results last a lifetime and you can continue to get these great results coming in. So if if your problem isn't really traffic, if it's conversion rate optimization, get Yandex Metrica on your site. It's completely free. And then just watch through and see what people are doing on there and figure out where it's going wrong there. Now, if you come into the search console like we're looking at right now, and in here, none of the things are, none of them have a commercial intent and the traffic's all random, then you need to look at your website and say, right, we got to rebuild, we got to restructure, we got to, retarget the pages to the keywords, and you might need to then go off. I would probably say your first port of call, do keyword research, do it properly, buy Ahrefs, because I'm pretty sure it's monthly. I've had it for so long now I can't remember, but I think it's a monthly thing you can cancel after you're finished with it, and the level of data you'll get back is worth way more than any money you'll spend on it. So go into Ahrefs, and I'll just pull it up now and show. So come into here, go to Keyword Explorer. Now if you sell conservatories, for example, you'll want to put in conservatories and conservatory, then go to phrase match, and then if you go include any word, and then if you just start typing in your locations in here, for example, like that, we'll get back some data really quick. So 200 searches right away on conservatories Essex. So if you are located in Essex and you do conservatories, you might want to make that your homepage keyword. Essex conservatories get 60, so it's pretty much the same thing. So then we've got Colchester, Chelmsford. So we know people search by locations, so you'd want to build out location pages. Conservatories in Essex. So here we go, conservatory repairs Essex, so that might be a service page. Conservatory cleaning Essex. Now with this term right here, if I open a new private one to show so I don't skew the data, because I actually have a client that I rank for this, if we come down, we can see straight away. So we've got check a trade, so it's a business listing, then we've got a deep page, then we've got another deep page, then we've got business listing, deep page. So we know that deep pages can rank for this term, so we know we don't have to target the home page with it. This stuff is a little bit higher level. You might need to hire an SEO to deal with this, but if that's what your problem is, that's the way you need to go. Or you can check out the YouTube videos like the ones on this channel that are going to show you how to do a lot of this stuff for free. But yeah, take a look through, figure out your keywords, map them to your pages. You might need to create new pages if you don't have them that cover some of these topics, for example, like here, Essex Conservatory roofs. If you wanted to, you might do roofs but you didn't have a page for it. Now you got to build a landing page that targets Essex Conservatory roofs, and really target that keyword on that page. But then also just look at the SERPs, see what's ranking for that, because if it's all home pages and you're trying to build a service page, then you might not be able to, and you might be better off putting your effort in elsewhere, if you see what I mean. So that's my advice on that front, guys. If you've got that issue of traffic in here but you're not getting conversions come through, which is why you thought you weren't getting any traffic, have a look through, see if your keywords are good. If they are good, work on your conversion rate. If they aren't good, then do your keyword research and create out landing pages to target these keywords. If you need me to go into any more depth on any of the things I've spoken about in this video, then drop it in the comments below and I'll do my best to make a video about it. Also, if you like the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll do more videos of this nature, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video.